From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update.
From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander with your Daybreak Drive-In for Monday, October 16th. A man wounded in a police shooting is now under arrest. A major drugstore chain declares bankruptcy, and Suzanne Somers loses her long cancer fight. Next.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
A man shot by Indianapolis police is now under arrest. Detectives say Markel Sampson shot someone Saturday morning and later turned his gun on an officer who then fired. Sampson was initially listed in critical condition. IMPD says he's now in custody. Israel appears ever closer to a ground invasion into Gaza while negotiations move forward on a humanitarian ceasefire in the war. The timeout in hostilities would be aimed at getting foreigners out of Gaza and allow aid in. Palestinians have crowded into hospitals and schools seeking shelter and increasingly scarce food and water. Rite Aid has filed for bankruptcy. While it does not have any Indiana stores, it is one of the biggest drugstore chains in the nation. Company cites a series of setbacks, including a number of pricey lawsuits over opioid prescriptions. Rite Aid says it has lined up $3.45 billion in fresh financing in order to restructure. If you requested an extension for your 2022 taxes, today is your deadline day. IRS says more than 10 million people asked for the extra time in spring. 1040s are now due or face a 5% penalty per month. Truly fascinating life has ended. Suzanne Somers would have turned 77 today. She rocketed to fame as an actor, playing to the cliche of a ditzy blonde in the TV show Three's Company. Her second act included soaring success as a fitness icon, entrepreneur, and author. She also battled breast cancer for the last third of her life, and her family announced her passing Sunday as they'd hoped to be celebrating her birthday. Colts are 3-3 this morning after an error-filled 37-20 loss to Jacksonville. Quarterback Gardner Minshew threw 3 interceptions, lost a fumble, then took the loss on his shoulder after the game, saying he'd been careless with the ball. Minshew will be back in the saddle Sunday against the Browns. Light showers this morning, cloudy and cool this afternoon, high of 55. From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander. Be sure to like and subscribe for your daily news updates from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.